Welcome to Us Crazy Christians, where we uncover Christian myths and Bible misinterpretations with common sense Christianity. I'm your host, William E. Smith. Today we're going to talk about manifesting the negative. Stick around. Now, I want you to realize that I kind of learned about manifesting things in my life by mistake. And actually, I learned this lesson by noticing all the negative things I manifested. The good things in my life that I had manifested were kind of pointed out to me secondhand by my kids or other people that say, Dad, remember you used to always say that all the time? And then I started analyzing like, yeah, that's right, I did. And all of a sudden they're evident in my life. But I really started noticing it more because of all the negative things that I would manifest. And some of these things, I didn't necessarily always speak them, but I just felt them or I feared them. A good example would be how I was bullied when I was young. And I felt like that was just going to be a part of my life. I was always afraid. I was always thinking somebody was going to mess with me. I was always thinking somebody was going to bully me. And they always did. It was like a new kid had come to school. And it's like out of everybody in the class, it's like he singled me out. I wasn't staring at anybody funny. I didn't mess with anybody. I was friendly. I was smiling. But it was odd. It was almost like a magnet. I was a magnet for bullies until the 11th grade of high school. In the 10th grade, I got beat up. I got beat up so much. It was amazing. And I was really getting into the girls at this time. And so I was walking down the street with this one girl down Finkel in Detroit. I was leaving Cooley High. And I'm walking down Finkel, and all of a sudden, we see all these boys coming down the street, a group of them. So me and her, I'm laying my little rap on her, trying to get her number. We walk across Finkel to the other side and start heading home. And the guys are crossing the street, but I don't have any beef with anybody, so I'm not even thinking they looking at me. Next thing I know, all I see is this little brown arm coming, and I just feel a punch, and then bah, 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 blows all over my body. And I couldn't even see. I just started running with my eyes closed. Long story short, I get away. I realized these were guys from Redford High School. They were beefing with some dudes from Cooley High School. The mistake was that they came up to Cooley. Cooley had just got out, and so all those dudes got beat up. For a while, I was deceived, thinking Cooley was defending me, but really they was beefing with Redford. So the guys who beat me up got beat up even worse. But the point I want to make is that I felt so embarrassed because I was walking with a young lady, if you remember the story. And when I got beat up, I ran. And so when I ran, I left her. And when I went back to school the next day, I asked her, hey, what happened? Were you okay? She said, yeah, the guys were bothering me and stuff like that. But she changed. She was one of the most beautiful women in the school to me, and I had her attention, and I lost it that day. And I was so embarrassed, so upset. The pain I felt, to me, was worse than a beating. The embarrassment was worse than a beating. And I think maybe I just was growing up. So I made a decision right then and there that I will never run from another fight. If you in my face, if you try to fight, we gonna fight. I'm just going to take that ass whipping, because the ass whipping I feel emotionally, mentally, spiritually was worse than the pain from those fists. So I just decided I ain't running no more. From that day forward, I never got any more fights. No more bullies were magnetized to me. Nobody messed with me. I was ready. I wasn't afraid. They went away. Now, I didn't realize this at the time. I realized this stuff much later when I was grown. It was odd. All of a sudden, I stopped being afraid. I stopped thinking I'm always get bullied. I'm thinking I'm about to fight. If you coming, I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, nobody messed with me anymore. It was like magic. The same thing happened with demons. I did another video about spiritual warfare on here and my time with the devil. I might try to connect my time with the devil. I'll probably try to connect that at the end of this one. But I'm going to tell you, it was like I had this fear of demons that were placed into me by my mom and by the church and movies I saw. And whereas I wasn't afraid of them before, again, I go in a lot more detail in my time with the devil. But all of a sudden, for years, he taunted me, hit me. I would get physically attacked by demons, just all kind of stuff. But I felt like he can do it. I had this fear, I had this expectation. When things happened in my life and it changed, all of a sudden, I am going on at least a decade where I've never even had any kind of interaction with demons, devils, fear, any of that stuff. But because I was afraid of it, because I thought about it, it came to me. When I changed my fear, when I changed my belief, when I changed my thought, they went away. So again, the point I want to make is that some people may think how the Bible says, speak, you shall have what you say. Speak those things that be not as though they were. All these manifestation scriptures, you might think, are they really valid? Do they really have any power? And maybe you're a negative person, a fearful person like I was, and so you don't, when you think about manifestation, you automatically think positive, and you look at the little positive things in your life, and you can't necessarily see how you manifested them. You know what I'm saying? They're sporadic. Maybe you're pessimistic, so you don't see them. So I say, look at the negative things in your life. Look at how you have created them. I think I did a video called The Math Problem, where I talk about manifesting this fear of math, this phobia about math that wasn't even true, but I made it true by speaking it for years, and it became true in my life. Again, you can manifest negative things just like positive things. So if you want proof and evidence about your ability to manifest, and how you manifest every day, all the time, whether you realize it or not, look at the negative things in your life. See if your fear didn't overtake you. See if you didn't speak them into existence. And notice things that maybe used to be negative that aren't there anymore, and see if your attitude about them changed, and maybe that's why they went away. Let it marinate. Pray about it. Decide for yourself. Do me a favor. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. If you're a returning guest and haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? It's free. Plus, hit the notifications bell to be notified every time we post a new video. Thanks for watching us Crazy Christians. Until next time, be blessed.